afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Excuse me. And welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for June 24th, 2020, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have a time for change call tonight, and it's probably going to wake up quite a few people. Basically what has happened on this planet. I'll be doing pieces of it. So it's not a pun on words, it'll be a very enlightening reveal of information. That's tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. The roses bloom so beautifully because they are not trying to become lotuses. All effort is futile. You have to be just yourself, Osho. Obviously, as the civilization begins, more and more begin to wake up. It's kind of a cascading effect in many ways, not just a couple. So as this civilization begins to wake up, the number of enlightened beings will naturally multiply, and collectively in time will create a new earth, a new world. Not the one that's in place now, which is basically been that way. The New World Order has been in place for a very long time. And that's the one that is being disintegrated. Now, this global enlightenment will create a foundation of peace for this planet for the first time in many millennia. Our planet is about to give birth to billions of heart-centered, open-minded people. And nobody is going to miss this massive, enlightening ride. You have a lot of people say, oh, well, we're going to be left behind, going to be missing it and everything. You cannot not miss it. Everyone will and is an integral part of the process. The only way, and I think most of you, but not all of you, understand this, the experience of world peace is only created by a massive movement of individual inner peace. So, if anybody is turmoiled and they do not have inner peace, what is inner peace? It's really when you're just going with the flow and you have no expectations or no attachments and you're just happy with the moment, with yourself. And it never ends. It isn't intermittent. It's always. So the more of us that choose, as we awaken, individual inner peace, which is becoming a massive movement on this planet, the global feeling of peace occurs when the 100th monkey wakes up to recognize that inside is something exquisite, unlimited in potential, and truly divine. The massive spiritual awakening is also based on a scientific evidence of a true energetic shift in our physical environment. Now, we knew that even though it was portrayed as a doom and gloom scenario, it was never meant to be. astronomers have calculated that when we went through December 21st, 2012, there was a cosmic perfect alignment of our planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, our sun, and the very center of our Milky Way galaxy. This is the exact date that the ancient 26,000-year-old Mayan calendar predicted that the New World will officially begin. Many of us, unbeknownst to many others, many of us, many of you are already awake and are here to simply assist the rest of the planet by being a guiding light for their spiritual awakening. Now, this outer alignment of our stars or celestial bodies has created an inner alignment within our physical flesh, bones, mental, emotional bodies. Now, this divine configuration allows you to become synchronized with your world. And as we move closer and past, which we already have passed this grand alignment, people will automatically be pulled towards this inner alignment of their mind, body, and soul. And they will rediscover a deeper spiritual alignment with their divine source. Now, this bioenergetic centering causes all energy centers, the wheels of light, the chakras, in each of our bodies to open and allow us to simply trust life completely. And when peace is found within each and every one of us, within each of you, it is seen and experienced all around you. The outer peace you project will allow everyone to relax more deeply and consciously explore every aspect of their being. Being content with what you have is priceless. Are you content with what you have? You may want to ask yourself that through the heart-mind. Sun, moon, and the truth cannot be hidden. Happiness is the greatest wealth. Health, the greatest gain. Trustworthy is the best relative. Nirvana is the ultimate bliss. Buddha. It's really important for, and I've said this for a long time with people, is that, people look at those who are awake. Those who aren't awake look at people who are awake, and they seem very completely foreign to them, almost frightening to some, fearful. And eventually, and as it has accelerated with the transition of the civilization in this planet, is that those people now are reflecting and being drawn towards those who they once viewed as cuckoo, and starting to gravitate to people that they want to know more information. Since they wake up, they're pretty much like a sponge wanting to know a lot of things. Well, how come you knew about this for so long? And I know you tried to tell me, and I just didn't listen. But I want to know how you know that. How do you know that? That question will be posed to many of you. How do you know that? How are you able to understand that? How are you able to communicate that to me? Now it makes sense to me, and I want to know more. But a crucial element for all of us that are awake, to some extent, is to be content with what you currently have in this now. 360 degrees. Completely. Without obstruction. And again, it goes back to your trust in the universe, and your trust in the God. And understand that we are all of us, are pieces of the God. That is why the kingdom of God is within each and every one of us. You can't say that we are the God, so to speak, as the one God, but together we are the one God. But each of us is a piece of the God. Us, through each of us. When we come to a full understanding of who and what we are, we will be able to talk with the God endlessly, without fear, without reservation, without doubt, without guilt, without worry. And it will be just conversation on a continual basis. You'll get to the point where you will talk with your God all the time in questions and feeling. Because when the God responds, it is a feeling. It isn't a voice, it's a feeling. It's very deep. And we all know that feeling when we do talk with our God. And one thing that I think a lot of you understand this, is that through scriptures and all of the writings and all of the ancient writings that that have been, manipulated and twisted, but there's still truths in them. I can't hide the truth completely. That we realize that there's no such thing as an envious, destructive God, a vengeful God who has hatred and destruction. That is derived, mostly came from bicameral mind. It came from bicameral civilization. And those who were bicameral who injected that philosophy to keep people in fear. When you discover the God, and you discover, and this is why this world is becoming enlightened, an enlightened new world, a world that is the opposite of the one we were in. A world that is filled with peace and bliss and joy and happiness and gentleness and kindness and generosity. There will be no ego. And any last vestiges of egos within us will cease to exist. You'll know it. You'll know it, because nothing, when that time comes, none of you will experience anymore the incessant draw of the ego, which is insecurity, which is worry, stress, and fear, which is jealousy. All it goes on and on and on. Those won't exist. So if you picture this craziness right now on the planet amongst the civilization, there's absolutely a super powerful positive reveal to the civilization. To understand that these lower dark matter frequencies are part of the one. They're on the fringes of the lower ends, the lower threads of our existence. But sometimes those lower frequencies can start fraying our clothing. And our clothing is our vibrational frequency. So, as you well know, if you have a piece of clothing and it can fray and fray and fray, no matter how strong it is, as it frays and it pulls apart and the threads begin to lose their structure and the form begins to lose its form and becomes weakened. And with the one, the God, we know that these lower frequencies are relentless to try to overtake the higher frequencies. But because of the universal structure, they're unable to, but they don't know they're unable to until they cease. As we increase our vibrational frequency through love and peace and joy and happiness, they begin to deplete themselves. This isn't done by any of us in vengeance, anger, hatred, or fear at all. It is done in love. And we will move more and more into love. And as we do that, all of the last vestiges of the remnants of the frayed clothing of our consciousness will be eliminated. And we will adorn ourselves with new clothing, which is the highest of the highest high frequencies of being in love all the time, totally enlightened. This is our natural state of being as gods, as God-man. This is our natural state of being. What we have experienced is a wonderful thing that we've experienced for thousands and thousands of years, because we now know that this is not something that is of high frequency, and therefore it is not something that we would care to continue with. So we disintegrate it through increasing our higher selves, our higher vibrational frequency, which exists within each and every one of us as God, pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is everything. And we're pieces of it, all experiencing in different ways, all vibrating at different levels. Looking within, which a lot of us have chosen to do, and have a deep review of our existence, of what it really means to have a God within the body. What is that about? What is it about to have the God within the body? Why would Yeshua, why would he have talked with everyone and said that, told them that the kingdom of God is within each and every one of us? What was he talking about? He was talking about the pure consciousness within the body. He was trying to wake up the civilization that was bicameral. Does it sound familiar? How many of you walk the planet and have tried to wake others? Not convert, not manipulate, but genuinely try to wake others. Just by being around them, whether it be a husband, a wife, a friend, a relative, or a stranger. Now, it isn't really our direction to become saviors. It is to assist those who have not awoken yet. How do you do that? How do you assist others that have not awoken yet? Or those who have awoken but need some guidance? Now, this is important, where the ego is not involved with this at all. Where there is no need for us to see what we can gain or get out of assisting others. That's the old, dank, mucky 3D world that we have left. Because when you become conscious and aware, you're not in 3D anymore. You're just not. 3D doesn't allow that. It really doesn't. Those who have become clear and awake move out of 3D. That's how they're able to expand. But when they get cluttered with the vibrational frequencies of 3D, they become tricked and seduced back into it when they're not in it. It's like the bicameral civilization of this planet is not bicameral, but it believes it is because it doesn't think it's conscious. And it believes that it's conscious by constantly being led, guided, governed, like you would a child. So you begin to realize that it's you now are walking in those shoes where you are putting forth a loving effort to assist others in helping them maneuver their new eyesight on this planet. It isn't about trying to, write a whole book and try to educate them and everything. It is about you just being who you are, the God within, the kingdom of God, in awareness that they're part of that. Doesn't make them any different than we are. At one time, many of us were not awake. But it is involved with us as the one. When each of us come to the full understanding of looking within to see the self, then there will be an end of the world and its miseries. It is about the civilization. It is about the awareness. It is about becoming conscious. It is about embracing the God within. That's how things move and will accelerate on this planet. And it will be downstream thinking, not upstream, fighting the current. And being content with what you have in this now, in this moment, is priceless. Being content with what you have is priceless. I don't care if it's a weed or a rock. It isn't about the thing. It is about you all the way. It is about you being completely content with who and what you are in this moment, in this now, with everything, period. Whether you have nothing but you, or you have everything and you, doesn't make any difference. It is being content with what you have. And that's just meditation, being content with what you have. It's priceless. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we desire to do is to relax our bodies. Now, a lot of people think they know how to relax the body. And it's like being bicameral, but you're not. Relaxing the body is letting go. It's surrendering everything to the God within you and to the universe. It's just letting go of everything. Doesn't matter what it is. Really doesn't. You know it. You've visited with it. You've embraced it. You just let it go. Walk through it. Your biggest fear is stress. The stress causes the fear which introduces a thought, which then we embrace, create into reality, then instigates stress in the body, and then instigates more fear, uneasiness, afraid. So when you walk through those, whatever they may be, you embrace them and you walk through them. You don't allow them to become your slave master. You walk through them. And that's how you release things from the body, from you, from your perspectives. And they fall away. Remember, you have always been the master and commander. It has never changed. It is just becoming conscious of it without the ego involved. So you relax the body. We all do, naturally. We let everything go, anything that we may have attracted in the last 24 hours even. We let it go. This does not serve me the greater good. I don't care to have it with me. Therefore, it is gone. It is eliminated. I have embraced it, and I have walked through it. So also, as we relax the body, we want to move into the now. Our very beingness in the now. Moment to moment. Space between heartbeats. It is the moment that keeps us in the now. It is focusing on that moment, as fleeting as it is, moment to moment, in the now. It stills the ego mind, and it stills the subconscious mind. It eliminates the chatter that we all are faced with on a second-to-second basis in our existence in these bodies. So when you still all that, you're able to focus even more on the now. Now, some of us become overly seduced by visiting the past, reminiscing, remembering, but yet we take it to an extreme where we end up grabbing the past and pulling it into a future that doesn't exist. And we create a future from our past, and then we relive the past in that future, which then many people have questioned themselves and have said at times, why does it seem like I am running in circles and have been my whole life? That's why. So in the now is the only place to be. Now also, as we relax the body and we're in the now, we want to breathe. Breathing is absolutely paramount. And we breath in divine positive energy through the nose, and we breath out through the mouth. Now visualize this for a moment. The body's relaxed. You're in the now, only the now, and you begin to visualize 7 wheels of light running through the center of your physical body. 7 wheels of light. These are the connections that we have that connects us to the spirit, the spiritual, and from the spiritual that connects us to the physical. These are high energy points, frequency. Visualize, as you breath in divine positive energy, you begin to move it up through the center of your body. And you start with the first wheel of light, the red wheel of light, the root chakra, the Muladhara. And energy, stability, comfort, and safety, I am. And remember, always keep one eye on the ego, because after what you say of I am, the ego tries to influence. Now we move the divine positive energy, our breath in through the nose, to the orange chakra, the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana, sensuality, sexuality, pleasure, sociability, I feel. Then we move it up to the yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. Strength, personality, power, determination, I do. Then we move it up through the green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata. Acceptance, love, compassion, sincerity, I love. And then we move that divine positive energy breath in to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. Communication, expression, creativity, inspiration, I talk. And then we move it up to the violet wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the Ajna. Intuition, lucidity, meditation, trust, I see. And then finally, we move it up to the purple wheel of light, the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. Knowledge, consciousness, fulfillment, spirituality, I understand. To feel this as you pull it all the way up into the back of the head, and for just a brief moment, we hold it there. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, we condense it and compress it into pure liquid energy. Very powerful, and we release it over the pineal gland. And the pineal gland is very important to us while we're in these bodies. It is the gateway to all of the particles of existence. It is the gateway to pure consciousness, and it is the gateway to beyond. So it is something that we care to have fully functioning in these bodies that we inhabit. So when we release this pure liquid energy over the pineal, it begins to come alive. It begins to expand. All the debris, all the calcification, fluoride, all of the chemicals that have subdued it to a mere whisper are eliminated each time. Visualize this in your heart minds. And as we do the breathing in the now, relaxing the body, and we visualize this divine positive energy, this breath in, up through the body, through the 7 wheels of light chakras, and then condensing it and compressing it into pure liquid energy, very powerful energy, releasing on the pineal gland. Now, the pineal gland, you may want to look at it as a rosebud. Now, looking at a rosebud, there's really nothing there but a green bowl. But then as we pour this pure liquid energy over it, it begins to bloom, blossom. And it is eternal, so the flower itself does not decay, disintegrate, fall apart. It stays vibrant, young, beautiful, and fragrant. That's the pineal gland, fully functioning. And all the petals are the gates to all things. Now, all of us are consciously aware that we are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. Excuse me. And we are one. We are one with our body. We are one with the kingdom of God, the God within, the heaven. We're one with the higher self, the spirit, the soul. All of it, the one. Merged together, all knowing consciously of who and what we are. Now we have others as we gather here at this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, at the equator, at this meditation, forming of the circle of light, in this now. And we have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. Now, this is a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do, and therefore we don't see them like we see each other. However, they do appear in humanoid form, just to leave us a very lighthearted, maybe sometimes a very deep message, and then poof, they're gone. Now they've been assisting us for a very long time. And we have been assisting them for a very long time. We always are assisting each other in different ways. There are trillions of them. They're able to surround any one of us at any one time in the thousands. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can hold a small space in the great number. And they are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest, deepest, eternal gratitude. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pell, and Thought. Many, many, many more. Who are they? They are those who have ascended out of physical form and hold God form. Consciousness, pure consciousness. They continue to assist us. We are God form who take on physical form to experience it. Now, are any of us, the archangels, ourselves, the ascended masters, higher than each other? No. We're all part of each other. We're all the one. And we assist each other, and we learn, and we gain knowledge continuously to perfect our creations. Now, ascended masters are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. All of us are compelled to call out to every single part and facet of the one, of the God, all the pieces throughout existence, everything and everything, and beyond. So we call out to all the light energy beings, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Only those who are consciously aware that they are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude can join us, be with us in this gathering, in this meditation, this forming of the circle of light, in this now. Now, they come in the googolplexes. One googolplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of googolplexes from every direction. This is a massive gathering. Super omnipotently powerful. Then we call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Many, many, many civilizations and species. Only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude, and who are consciously aware of this, can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this forming of the circle of light, this gathering. Now we also call upon all of the off-worlders, all of the galactics. You know, there are many, many, many of these civilizations, different species, different forms, different shapes, different appearances. We are only familiar with a fraction of them. As many as 1,000 of these civilization species traverse through this part of the galaxy, this quadrant, every single day. And the Pleiadians, the Sirians, Andromedas, Arcturians, Zeta Reticuli, Feline, Nords, Grays, Dracos, Golden Pyramid, Avians. Many, many, many. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest and deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in this gathering and forming of this circle of light. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, and our ascension freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions. And we also call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of their bodies in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light, this gathering. And they come in the billions. Now, we also call upon specifically all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, and this forming of the circle of light. Now, only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light in this gathering. Now, they come in the trillions, and they come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which many, many, many we have never seen before. But just to name a few of them, fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trolls, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Massive numbers. All of us together, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods together, form this omnipotently brilliant circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation. We are all in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. And we are all the one, and we are all the love, and we are all the God, the pure consciousness. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. It is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. Now we all begin, we're levitating up above the planet. And as we do this, we come right into a gossamer field of billions and trillions of highly reflective and glittering, beautiful multicolored light. It's everywhere. And as we do, we are first met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds us that we are the power of healing. Then we are met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column that reminds us of our power, our strength, and our resolve. Then we are met with the white fire. This column reminds us that we are imbued with the white fire, the highest of the highest high of deep eternal love and gratitude. This is a very high frequency. And we're imbued with this. You can call it your God armor, if you will. This is because of our sustained high frequency of being in the now, of being in love, of being in peace, in joy, of being content in the now with everything you have, which is priceless. Now, this white fire armor cannot be compromised. Only by you can it be. Only by you can it be. And if you do lower your frequency, your vibrational frequency, enough, your hatred, anger, jealousy, stress, fear, anxiety, self, then you will diminish the white fire armor in one or more areas to allow these lower dark matter frequencies and lower survival matter frequencies to come in. We're also met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds us that if we do that with ourselves, we can bring in the purple transmuting flame, we can transmute all of those lower vibrational frequencies into neutral light substance. We send them back to pure consciousness, the God. They are no more. We are then also met with the violet ray. This column reminds us that we can bring the violet ray in after the purple transmuting flame. We can purify and cleanse the area where these lower dark matter frequencies were, thus restoring our white fire armor once again in deep eternal love and gratitude. And then we are met with the golden white pink light. This column reminds us of what we are, our pure essence of deep eternal love and gratitude, of joy, of tranquility, of peace, of bliss, of being content in the now with everything we have in the moment, in the presence. Which is priceless. You can see this golden white pink light in sunsets and sunrises. You can see it in rainbows. You experience it through the air in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and the night. In the morning again. And it repeats itself over and over until we take it in, until we realize it is a reflection of the God within us. Now, some of us, as we continue to ascend, we step outside of our bodies, those carrying physical form, and we effortlessly float above our bodies. As we do this, and we all look, and we see this massive column that we created. And this column is larger than the solar system. And the way we designed it is that the column itself is opaque, which means that you can see this aura of trillions of vibrant lights and colors that's emanating from it. You can see in it, and you can see around it, and this aura, this pure light frequency is flooding, saturating, and bathing everyone. All life on this planet, on and above and below, everywhere. And then we looked at the top of the column, and we designed it so that the golden ocean can cascade down 360 degrees down upon everything. Love, peace, joy, bliss, tranquility, benevolence, all within all of us, everything and everything. And this is flooding us non-stop, eternally. All you have to do, or choose to do, is open your heart and be vulnerable to it. Now, the golden ocean that cascades down around us, through us, above us, below us, we all are drops of that golden ocean, and we all carry the golden ocean's essence. So we are saturated. we look a little bit over and we see our meditative sphere. It's at center circle. We created this sphere well over 2 years ago. It houses all of our meditations in perpetual motion. It's massive. And it houses moving towards 900 meditations in full motion of the highest intent of deep eternal love, gratitude, gentleness, kindness, humbleness, generosity, tranquility, benevolence, bliss, joy, peace. All of it. Filling everything. Saturating and flooding and bathing all of our brothers and sisters on this planet. In it, above it, and below it. Non-stop. Eternally. This is why our sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. It is our love. It is our gratitude. It is our joy. It is our bliss. It is intensifying and it is expanding everywhere. It cannot not. So it is and so it shall be. Now, as we feel all that there is, as we interact with the God within us, as the kingdom of God in the heaven, we transform this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, into a paradise, new world of peace, of contentment, of being content with what we have, which is priceless. We are transforming it. Each and every one of us who hold the essence in a drop of the golden ocean, who hold the kingdom of God within each and every one of us. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in. Let it flow. Easy breath out. Let's move slowly. You are being content with what you have in this very moment, in this now. It is priceless. You walk with the God within you. You surrender to the God within you. The universe always has your back. Always will. You deserve the best of everything, as we all do. And we continue to transform this planet, Earth Gaia Arya, into our new world of peace, joy, prosperity, happiness, bliss, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness. And we are being content with what we have in the now. We're back here tonight at 9 p.m. for the TFCC. And we'll be back here tomorrow, Thursday, June 25th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided